Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis, and today we are going to be talking about the entire crypto market. So sit back, relax, and before we fully jump on into this video, I do just want to ask guys to please leave a like on this video. It does help the channel grow immensely, and of course I always do greatly appreciate it. Now, overall, we are seeing some nice price action across the board. Bitcoin and Ethereum both having some great price action moves. On the 7-day, Ethereum still outperforming Bitcoin. We're going to be addressing that. On the 24-hour span, we are seeing some nice breakouts along the board for some altcoins, more so specifically focusing on a lot of these OG legacy assets, like, for example, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum Classic, things like that. I told you guys to watch those closely because those do print a little bit of a better picture on a lot of altcoins. We are seeing some nice, moves throughout the, alt market. More so, we are seeing resistance being broken out of, which is very bullish for us. Now, I have been watching XLM and XRP closely in terms of their multi-year resistance levels. I told you guys about those yesterday. We could address those real quick on the chart in this video later, but I do want to talk to you guys about some things first. So for an example, the major indices having a little bit of a good day today. You guys can see these and watch these live currently. I don't know what time this video will be going up, but they might still be active. But I have been watching these closely throughout this week because we are seeing, some high figures being targeted on the Dow Jones, for an example. I addressed the Dow Jones chart slightly in, I want to say, yesterday's video or the day before yesterday, where I was really kind of addressing where we were going to go in terms of price action on the Dow Jones. We've seen a significant bounce off of the, EMAs, and we are now kind of targeting this high point of about 35.1K. That level up here at the 618 is significant for us to break out of. I want to see us break out of that with a lot of strength, similar to what we've did in the past. That way we could actually really target this all-time high and break out of that and go to, a new all-time high, which would be most likely around the 40K mark. Now, I do believe our topping point for the Dow Jones is somewhere within this range. So I think that next major impulse is what's going to really kind of bring the market with it. On Bitcoin, I have a reverse fib level here to really kind of show you guys the resistance that we are being met with. It's a little bit slightly behind the resistance of about 43.7K, but it is still there. And we need to break out of that and have a significant break above 44K to truly see, where we are going. But again, you guys can see the clear picture being printed here, which is significant support being met at around 40.6K, kind of having that nice higher low put in place. A lot of volume on Bitcoin. RSI is about to have that massive breakout event. It's the first time that we've seen a breakout event on the RSI going as far back as October. You do see what happened back in October when we did break out, on the RSI. Which led us to the current all-time high. So I'm excited to see, a lot of things unfold with Bitcoin in the next coming days. I, slightly addressed the idea of the, summer lows being put into place on Bitcoin. Like, for example, here we have the day that we started to really kind of trade sideways to, of course, the day that we broke out on Bitcoin. It was about 62 days, and here is that day of consolidation for us, and 62 days puts us in place for March 25th, or 3 days from now, to have that major impulse on Bitcoin. Now, currently, we are seeing a nice upward trend, and we've seen upward trends during this time as well. I do believe that this is the time where we will see us break out against the EMA, as well as break above that significant resistance point. So I'm watching Bitcoin very closely. I'm also watching the dollar. The dollar is, trading sideways, but being met with massive resistance at the 702, or at about 98.9. This is very bullish for us because it does show us that there is a lot of weakness here on the dollar. And I know it doesn't, seem like it, but I do believe that we will see a massive downward trend on the dollar in correlation with, the Dow Jones and the indices and Bitcoin having that nice upward trend stream. Now, I am watching Ethereum Bitcoin. This is the, Ethereum strength compared to Bitcoin. You guys do see that this is having a nice little breakout as well, ranging on that 236 support zone, targeting that 382 level. I'm really hoping that we do break out of this instead of having a tap and a massive rejection similar to what we did back in February. If we do break out of this, we will see a nice impulse on Ethereum, where where I did say, we could see Ethereum kind of take the market with it. That would be very bullish for us. But although everything is looking good, I am watching one leading factor, which is telling us that there is a lot of strength on alts, and that is Bitcoin dominance. So Bitcoin dominance is actually ranging here, in a significant manner, I should say as well, going off of our current. So let's actually go back real quick. If we are going off of our current impulse, I did not mean to do that, sorry. So we're going to go back as far as July 2021, where we did see that major impulse on, Bitcoin dominance. We do see that we are being met with some resistance at our current level. But I will say this. I am watching for us to test this 236. If we do continue to have this downward trend, that'll be very bullish. If we do break over 42.91 though, this does invalidate a move to the lower side. It could be us ranging on support. Of course, if we are, watching this closely, we could have a bounce off of this level to retest 45%, which I told you guys that we will most likely get back into. But I am watching Bitcoin dominance as we do kind of range here with Bitcoin increasing in price, because that is very bullish for altcoins to continue their upward trend. And in terms of the altcoin overall market, we do see that we are hitting this nice support zone at about $1 trillion. This is also with Ethereum in mind, so you guys know. We are almost targeting that RSI breaking point, which is very bullish for us as well. If we do break out of that, that would be very good. But you do see where we are really kind of, watching closely, which is that EMA hit at about $1.13 trillion. If we could break back up into that demand, zone, that will be very good for us. But for the most part, I do think that we are kind of repeating this pattern going back as far as August 2021, where we had this nice impulse to the 786 level before, eventually rejecting off of that. But if we can break out of the 786, we could target the all-time highs and go even higher, which I do think that we could see $2 to $5 trillion this bull run, even higher technically if we are talking about, those high fib outreaches, which would take us to about $6 trillion to almost $10 trillion, which is the last fib outreach of about $9.5 trillion from our current scale. So, the altcoin market is looking extremely juicy this year, and this is also the idea on our altcoins like XRP and things like that having their major breakout events. I could actually kind of show you guys XRP currently. So again, that fib level at about 92 cents is the key here. You guys do see us hitting that resistance on the EMA at about 85 cents almost, roughly. We really want to break over that. The RSI looks very strong here. Volume kind of diminished, doesn't look too good in terms of volume. And we're going to need a lot more volume to push us over this, EMA. We have been hitting this EMA in terms of resistance as far back as February 8th. So a significant break above this will push us above that 92 cents resistance, in my opinion. And that will lead us to nice impulses similar to what we'd seen back in August to, September. This is also, I want you guys to all know, this is also what happened back in April of 2021 when we went to nearly $2 plus for XRP. So watch these levels closely. These are significant levels to watch for, especially on something like XRP that does have massive price appreciation left in store for it this year because it had no all-time high. Same with XLM. XLM is still targeting my point. Let me go to the Coinbase chart. That's the one that actually has my fib level on it. But about 24 cents exact is where we are really kind of watching for on this asset. That EMA that we really want to break over is 26 cents. A confirmed breakout would be us back on this 24-cent mark, finding support there and breaking out of resistance, which would be at around this EMA. So watching these altcoins closely. QNT, I told you guys a little bit about QNT this morning, but this is having that nice breakout event. As you guys do see, we broke over that fib level of about $118, which was significant for us to actually really kind of break over. And now again, we are targeting this EMA at about $155, and that is also major resistance. This is also where my key targets are put in place on QNT for us to actually be very bullish. RSI still looks like it's going to be targeting that moving average of about 49.43. That will be very bullish for us. Volume still kind of diminished on QNT overall, so I'm not expecting us to have a major impulse just yet. On Hbar, Very similar structure on Hbar as well, where we are seeing, of course, us being met with a little bit earlier of an EMA at about the 50-day EMA, which I want to see us break over this soon. This is about 22.5 cents. I know that seems like it's not too far away from our targets, but that is a significant resistance point that we really want to break over, and that will put us back into this nice move that we took, or I should say that we were at before we went to the recent all-time high. RSI, again, looking like it's going to be targeting that moving average very soon. That moving average is at around 49.45, and volume still seems a little diminished here, but it looks like it's having some nice volume put in place. The most amount of volume that we've had since going back as far as February 22nd. So that is very bullish for us. A lot of these, in terms of their Bitcoin pairs, sort of look similar to what Hbars looks like, where we have these nice candle wicks down to support zones going as far back as like December, but even going as far back as like the summertime as well. We need a significant breakout on the Bitcoin pairs, but right now I would say this: as alt season seems like it is nearing, the major thing that we should be watching for is Bitcoin season. We want to have a nice breakout event on Bitcoin to lead to new all-time highs before we even do get bullish on altcoins. But I do believe that this is right around the corner. In fact, I do think that this is almost 3 days away, where we will see a significant break of this RSI, which will lead us to breaking over massive resistance. And of course, this is where a lot of the spotlight comes from alts to Bitcoin, and watches as Bitcoin kind of steals the show, similar to what it did back in the past, going back as far as the January timeframe of 2021 that led us to the all-time highs, going back as far as April of 2021, where we did see a lot of altcoins during this time having significant breakout events. So watch Bitcoin closely. I'm not saying that altcoins are not set to shine. They 100% are. On the 24-hour, we are seeing some altcoins breaking out, 19.6%, ApeCoin up 25% actually. Other altcoins, those OG legacy assets that I've told you guys to watch so closely, are having nice impulses. So this is telling us a little bit of a better picture that altcoins are nearing their readying point. So with that being said, pay attention to the micro factors in this market, more so the dollar, the indices, and of course, pay attention to the dominance. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, up to you all. Have a beautiful day or beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.